There we go.
Well, hello everyone. Alejandro J. Tornato here, and I am the founder and CEO of Tornato Speaking, Leadership and Coaching LLC. And also, I am a proud member or partner of the Captor Connection. And we are the Captor Connection, Juanita Cap and myself. And we are here once again because, as you know, this November 11th, 12th, and 13th of 2022, the Captor Connection is bringing a conference to you, to the comfort of your home, because it's a virtual conference. So you don't have to travel, you don't have to spend dollars in hotels. You can just enjoy the whole conference from the comfort of your own home living room. You can wear shorts, you can wear slacks, you can wear your favorite pajamas. I mean, we really don't care. I mean, you have to be there because there's going to be 6 topics, and there will be 18 speakers, not just any speakers, but these are the crop of the crop. I mean, speakers, top notch international speakers, speakers with experience, with knowledge, and with wisdom that are going to be pouring into you. And they're going to be making a difference in your life. So, as you start with the conference, you will end the conference being a completely transformed human being. So just go. We're going to put the link to register for the conference below. And so there are no excuses. You know what we said. Personal growth and improving your life is not something that is optional. We have to engage in that on a daily basis. And today, the topic of our discussion, what we want to highlight is another of the topics that we are going to have in the conference, and that is the topic of mindset. So let me bring hello, Jay. I mean, it's so great that you are here with me. So we're going to be talking about mindset. So why don't you start us off, please?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alejandro. Good day, everyone. I'm streaming in from South Africa, and my name is Juanita Kap from the Meticulous Moments podcast. And I am so happy and delighted to be part of the Captor Connection. And we are really looking forward to the conference and to meeting with all of you and to do networking and to learn together, because we never get to a place, as Alejandro has mentioned, where we know everything. And it's good for us to invest in our personal and professional growth. So, yes, today we are going to be discussing mindset. And mindset is also one of the topics of the conference. And to me, mindset really is influenced by our attitude. And our attitude can either be something valuable in our lives, or it can be something that drags us down. And it's something that we have to keep in check often. You know what they say about attitude? It determines our altitude. So, how I feel it determines our altitude is, I think about the fact that our attitude can be something that propels us into the future, or it can be something that procrastinates us. It can be something that is a negative problem in our life. So I also always say, if I wake up in the morning feeling groggy, and I have a choice in that very moment. Let's say we've had a very tough day the day before. Let's say we didn't sleep enough, or maybe we are not feeling well. The first thing we experience when we wake up is an emotion. And if we let that emotion cipher into our attitude for the day, it's going to dictate and rule our attitude. So if we decide there, we are going to have a positive attitude, we are going to flip the script, we are going to make it a good day, then that attitude, that emotion goes over into our attitude, and that attitude really calibrates our mindset for the day. So instead of having a mindset for, no, it's not going to be a great day, we change that mindset willingly through our thought processes, and we say, no, it is going to be a phenomenal day. There's nothing that can stand in my way today. Today, I'm going to transcend boundaries, and I'm going to think of new innovative ideas, and the list goes on. So really, it determines my attitude for the day, because, my thoughts become my words. So I start with an emotion, then I think, and I have to really calibrate that thought, because it influences my attitude, it influences my mindset. So my thoughts become my words, and my words really become my actions. Now, if you think about attitude, Alejandro, it's all about focus.
Yeah.
You can choose what your attitude is focused on in a certain situation. You can choose to focus on the good and pleasant, or you can choose to focus on the bad or the negative. And there's a reason why I'm saying these things. The Bible says we should guard our hearts. Because what is the heart? It's the place where our emotions come through. So in the morning when you open your eyes, you are yourself, you experience, what you are feeling, and that really ciphers through the day. So our emotions guard your heart. And why do I say think of good things? Because we learn in the Bible we should meditate on positive things. And why is that? Because it calibrates our day. I've also heard speakers say before, where your focus goes, your energy flows.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you focus on good things will come to you. If you focus on negative things, you really open that door for more negative thoughts to become your words, to become your actions. So with that being said, victory in all instances in my life lies within my focus and my mindset. So I should really, and I want to, address the audience and also say, cultivate a mindset of positivity. Use your mindset as a tool to achieve. How do you do that? You really feed your mindset with positive things. Feed it with determination, dedication, compassion, kindness, love for others. Because really, when you feel that emotion, it becomes a part of you, and it becomes a part of what you think. It becomes the engine behind you do what you do. So really focus on the good. Make sure your mindset is your ally and not your enemy. And really, it begins with a simple thought. Taking that emotion that you feel and making it something better. Over to you, Alejandro.
Well, I tell you, I think there's one thing that really, I need to share this.
Yeah.
And I could be listening to Juanita Camp for hours, for days, because anything that comes out of her mouth, but out of her heart, is is definitely. It's liquid gold. Is definitely liquid gold, and you mentioned so many things. If we start unpacking everything that you said, we are going to be here for a very, very, very long time. But
Thank you.
but one thing is, where your focus goes, your
Yeah.
energy goes, and
Yeah.
that is, I heard it so many times, and I never get tired of listening to that statement over and over and over again, because it's so
Yeah.
true. Now, so many people, they ask a question and says, well, and you explained it. It's all about attitude. And
Yes.
I heard it so many times. We can have, from the moment that we wake up in the morning, we have the option to leave the day with PMA or with NMA. And you may wonder, what on earth is he talking about? What is PMA and NMA? Well, PMA is a positive mental attitude. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, NMA is a negative mental attitude. So
Ah,
how the day is going to unfold will be directly dependent, and there will be a direct correlation to where, as you put your feet down on the floor and you sit at the edge of your bed, what
Yeah.
is between your ears? Is that a positive mental attitude? Are you
Yeah.
grateful for the day? Are you grateful that you came all the way from the night before to have life again and to be able to breathe and to be able to interact with the world and not just do life and live by default, having that mindset of, well, I'm going to live today as I did yesterday. I mean, it's going to be a photocopy of the day before. No, no,
Yeah.
no. You have to, that positive mindset is going to
Mm-hmm.
allow you to do great things. But so many people, Jay, they ask
Yes.
and they said, well, what is a mindset? What is there a definition for a mindset? And I'm going to provide that definition. A
Mm.
mindset is a set of beliefs that
Mm.
shape how you make sense of the world and of yourself. It influences how you think, how you
Yeah.
feel, and how you behave in any situation. So that's what
Mm.
mindset is. It's a set of beliefs. And and truly, those set of beliefs,
Yeah.
when they are formed, they are not formed in adulthood. They are formed during our childhood years. And then I'm going to pass it on to you, but then
Mm.
I will come back and I will share with you two ways that those set of beliefs are formed, and they become our mindset. So,
Mm.
but what do you think about um, people's mindsets? I mean, what is a mindset allows people to do in life?
Absolutely lovely point you made, Alejandro. It actually makes me think of an interview that I recorded yesterday.
Mm,
And we were talking about worldviews. And our worldviews that we grow up with really influence our mindset. And I mentioned to the gentleman and I said, we can't live with the mindset of a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old. We have to, and that is why personal and professional development is so important, because we have to break through from the constricting, self-limiting beliefs that we had as we were growing up. Our mindset is formed through our worldviews when we are younger. But when we come of age, when we become older and we really go into development, and we really try and make ourselves better individuals, we want to achieve, we want to be victorious, we really have to let go of the things we preconceived to be true.
mm,
And one thing I always tell people, there's two things that really are very important when changing and cultivating your mindset. And that is, you have to make that decision that you are going to have a positive mindset. It cannot just be words or thoughts. You have to make an active decision and take the action in that direction. But you also have to believe that you can achieve, that you can be victorious. I, for instance, I'm very adamant. I've made a decision a long time in my life ago. I will run my day won't run me.
no,
And when I get into situations where I feel maybe my day is starting to run me, or maybe everything's going haywire and I can't catch all the balls that I'm juggling, then I stop and I pause and I remind myself that I am in control of my day and I am in control of my attitude, and my response is really dependent on me. So that is really important. You have to believe in yourself and you have to make that decision. Our mindset, sometimes people are grown-ups and they are still stuck in the mindset that they had when they were a teenager. That is why we have to do high performance mentality programs. We have to be part of conferences such as the Capital Connection Conference. Wherever you can get teaching and learning and instruction, do that. Get that importation of knowledge, make it a part of yourself and grow. Because if you don't do that, we live in an ever-changing world. And everything is moving forward. Everybody else is moving forward, and you will really be stuck. So mindset to me is a decision. You make that active decision to say, I'm going to have a fantastic attitude today. I'm going to focus, even if the good in your situation is just a little speck, you are going to focus on that thing and magnify it until it becomes your reality. And then you have to believe in yourself and say, well, I can do it. Nothing is too difficult for me. Over to you, Alejandro.
Sure. Yes, definitely. I mean, absolutely incredible stuff. Now, there is one person, this is a professor of
Yeah.
psychology at Stanford University here in the United States. Her name is Dr. Carol Dweck. And Dr. Dweck, I mean, she built on this fact because everything has to do with the mind and everything has to do with the brain. And you know that
Yes.
when we talk about our brains, we talk about the ability that the brain has to continue developing
Mm.
even throughout our lives. I mean, and that is the ability of the brain. That's something that's called neuroplasticity. I mean, the ability
Yes.
that the brain has to develop new connections, new neural connections based on experiences and our ability to do things and to create new things. So the brain keeps developing, and based on
Yeah.
that research, based on that work, Dr. Dweck came about that there are two primary mindsets that we can talk
Yeah.
about. One is what is called fixed mindset, and the
Mm.
other one is growth mindset. Now,
Yeah.
in the fixed mindset, and people who operate from a perspective of a fixed mindset, it says that you believe that your abilities are fixed traits and they cannot be changed. No matter what you do, you are born with those abilities, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing in the world that can change that. And they believe that talent and intelligence alone, those two things alone, can lead to success, and effort is not required. Now, can you imagine someone who says, okay, at the time that you were born, you were dealt this cards, and you can only play life with the
Mm.
cards that you were given at birth, and there is nothing else that you can do. I mean, how sad is that?
Yeah.
Because they're not going to put any effort in improving
Mm.
themselves, in
Yeah.
making a difference in themselves, because they already have that mindset ingrained in them that this is who I am and I
Mm.
cannot do anything about it. And then on the flip side, the growth mindset is the belief that your talents and abilities can be further continuously developed
Mm.
over time through effort and persistence. And
Yeah.
believe that those people who operate from a growth mindset perspective, those are the ones
Yeah.
who have like the more likelihood to achieve
Mm.
success and significance.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, the fixed mindset, what I thought immediately when you talked about that interesting study, thank you. You can always send me, the article link. I would be happy to read that. But the fixed mindset, it's kind of condemning in a way, because
Yeah.
if they really believe that, they are going to believe that they are only able to achieve what they are able to achieve at this point in time.
That's right.
Whereas the growth mindset is teaching people to be adaptable. And what is one thing that COVID taught us? If you want to survive, you have to be adaptable.
That's
You
right.
have to be able to grow. So I'm going to use martial arts as an example because I do martial arts and it's a very big part of my life. Let me tell you, I have seen how hard work beats talent any day. And that is only because that athlete decides they are able to do this, they are going to work hard, and they are going to be victorious. So we really can't condemn people. We really can't put them in that fixed mindset. I think it's our responsibility to bring awareness about these things. We have to help people to have a growth mindset because we want society to be a better place. We live in a broken world, there's broken people all over, and we need to take really that ownership and say, well, I want to bring something pleasant and valuable to society. And that is exactly what conferences like the Capital Connection Conference does. Not only does it link you up with more winners and leaders and influential people, it also grows you as a person. So thank you. Over to you, Alejandro.
Yes, and the other thing that I wanted to share is, and we mentioned that mindsets are formed, I mean, in our childhood formative years. And there's
Yeah.
two things, I mean, we spend a lot of time during in those years with whom? With mom and dad at
Mm,
home, and with
yeah.
family members. I mean, if we live with family members, I mean, grandmothers, grandfathers, uncles, aunts, and everybody else. Or we spend a lot of time with teachers in school. Okay,
Mhm.
so these are two. When you are like a 4, a 5, or 6 year old, that's the environment that you are at home with parents and in school with teachers. And so, how is the mindsets being formed? By two primary sources. One
Mm.
is praising, and the other
Oh, yes.
one is labeling. You see,
Mm.
let me give you an example. For instance, a student gets an A or an A plus in a mathematics exam, and so he comes home, and then the parent says to the kid, "That's great. You are good at math. You are smart at math." And that's it.
Yeah.
So that kid, once that statement is being repeated over and over and over again, the only thing that he knows is that he has that ability to be good at math.
Mm.
So that's it. He had that ability, so he cannot do anything to improve that ability because he had it. It's either he has it or he doesn't have it. That's it. But he cannot do anything about it. And so the other example is, if that same kid comes home with an A plus in math, then the parent says, rather than say, "You are good at math," it says, "My goodness, I mean, Tommy, I am so impressed that you got that A plus because
Yeah.
of the hard work that you put and how you studied
Mm.
and how many hours you put into that, and how did you ask the teacher, I mean, to help you with that particular problem, and how you work the problem and how you spend time with the problem." That is a different thing, because then that kid grows up not thinking, "My goodness, I am good at math." No, 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 no. Is that
Yeah.
I can be so much better because of the effort that I put into
Mhm.
it, and because
Yeah.
of the work that I did. And that is growing, that is developing a growth mindset as to a
Mm.
fixed mindset. I am either good at math or I am bad at math.
Yeah.
There's no other thing, no other alternative.
Yeah. Well, what I do with my kids, Alejandro, I give them power phrases. And one of those power phrases, since they were little, I always used to tell them they have to say and believe nothing is too difficult for me. And because they grew up with that belief, let me tell you, nothing is too difficult for them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of phrases. You can just imagine the things that you want to put into a power phrase. Write it down on paper and repeat it and believe it, and it will become your reality. And we must be very careful when we speak to children, of course, and to others. Our words carry power, they carry significance. So, if you want to say something to someone, make sure it's something positive and uplifting and something that will elevate them. So we have to really check our words, because sometimes we speak out of a place, we speak out of our heart, like we've mentioned right in the beginning of the session. Make sure it is something positive, something that will make society better, something that will elevate someone and make their day.
Have you ever heard, Jay? I'm sure that you have heard this.
I don't know.
People who say, "Hey, listen, that's just who I am. I cannot
Oh,
change that.
yes.
That's just who I am. I cannot
Yeah,
change that." Well,
I've heard that.
that's an example of a fixed mindset. Now,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
growth mindset is, and you heard that as well. I did.
yeah.
I am a constantly evolving work in progress.
Mm,
Have you heard
beautiful,
people say, "Hey, listen, I am a
beautiful.
work in progress"? Well, that's a growth mindset.
Beautiful. Even that phrase, I'm not sure who said it, but that says, I'm not where I want to be, but I really am not where I used to be. That indicates they are on their way, they are busy with the journey, and they want to make a difference. And so should we all. I
That's
mean,
right.
no, none of us are perfect. We'll never get to a place where we think, we know it all. It will never happen.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But what I mean, I tell you, what an interesting subject, and
Yeah.
we could keep on talking and sharing about mindsets and personal experiences and so forth. Uh,
Yes.
but but as we wrap this, um,
Mm-hmm.
this is an illustration of what to expect, and we are just scratching the surface because we
Mm-hmm.
have
Yeah.
we have speakers and experts on mindset that
Mm-hmm.
are going to be sharing on the upcoming Capture Connection conference on November 11th, 12th, and 13th that
Yeah.
that is going to blow your minds away, because they're going to really, if you thought that we got a little bit deep into mindset, well, this is nothing compared to what these speakers and experts are going to deep into mindset. I cannot wait, to be there and to learn from them, because it's going to be a great experience.
Absolutely. I support what Alejandro is saying. And I just want to end with follow the captor. It's going to be an adventure. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And it's, as always, it's such a pleasure, to be with you and to share this information with all of our viewers, whether, they are here on live, or you always have the alternative to watch the replay. And I
Yeah.
encourage you to watch the replay. So, until the very next time that we connect with all of you, Juanita, all the very best. And to all of you, be well.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Thank you, Alejandro.
Bye bye.